Nick, you went in my room again, didn't you? How many times have I told you never to go in there?
What are you talking about? I haven't been in your room.
Liar, I know you were in my room. I just got back from school, and what do you think I saw when I walked inside?
I don't know, but hopefully you saw that you desperately need to clean things up in there.
Ha ha, very funny. Don't change the subject. This morning when I left home, I had my favorite stuffed animal on my bed, but now it's on my desk. How did that happen, Nick?
It was probably Mom. Lord knows you never change your sheets, so Mom went in to change them for you today while you were gone. I'll bet she moved everything that was on your bed to your desk.
Oh, so it was Mom? Okay.
Could you please stop being so overprotective of your room? Seriously, I have absolutely zero reason to ever go in your room. There's not a single thing in there I care about. And another thing, how's about you tried asking me if I went in your room before accusing me of trespassing?
Shut up, Nick. You're the only person in this house creepy and weird enough to invade my privacy. All you ever do is hang around the house. You never go out or anything. Like, what are you even doing in your room all day? Are you setting up cameras in my room to spy on me?
Maya, please, you're gonna make me throw up. First of all, I'm not so starved for female attention that I would start to get interested in my own sister. Second, even if you weren't my sister, you have such an intolerable personality that I wouldn't be interested in you anyway.
Excuse me? What did you just say about me?
That you have a bad personality. I thought I was being pretty clear about that. Anyway, rest assured, I have not gone into your room today or any other day, and I will not enter your room at any point in the future. I've been out of the house all day today anyway.
Wait a second, you mean you aren't in your room? Oh my God, will miracles never cease?
Miraculously, there was an event downtown today, and that's where I am right now.
Event? What kind of event? Is it one of your super nerdy conventions or something? I guess that would make sense. If you're not being a creepy loser at home, you're probably being a creepy loser somewhere else. Go find some nerdy princess to run away with and live creepily ever after, as far away from here as possible.
Is that all you wanted, Maya? I gotta run. The second part of the event is about to start. I'll talk to you later. Or not. Hopefully not.
Tell your loser friends I said hi. Oh wait, that's right. You don't have any friends. Hey, Nick, can you do me a favor?
What is it?
Can you move out of the house?
I should have known you'd say something like that. So, Maya, why are you trying to kick me out of the house today?
You know that I've been signed to a talent agency for a little over a year now, right?
Yeah, I remember hearing about that. So what? What does it have to do with me?
Actually, I'm going to be making my big debut as an actress soon.
Wow, really? What are you doing?
Have you heard of the First Fantasy video game series?
First Fantasy? Yeah, I'm familiar with it. Would you mind getting to the point? I'm kind of busy here.
I figured you'd know all about it since you're such a nerdy loser and everything. So yeah, they're making a live-action adaptation in the First Fantasy video game universe. And do you know who's going to play the leading role?
No, so go ahead and tell me.
It's going to be none other than yours truly.
No, it's not.
It is so.
They haven't even done the auditions for the main character yet.
Sure, but it doesn't matter. I'm a regular shoo-in for the role.
And what makes you say that?
Because my background is perfect for the role. We're practically the same person. The main character is a young, cute, popular girl who is a creepy loser for a brother. He's always going into her room, messing with her stuff, scaring off all her friends. But then one day, poof, she gets teleported off to another world with magic, monsters, and tons of adventure.
And you're saying I'm just like that creepy loser older brother.
It's like the character was modeled after you. So since I've been living my whole life in the same circumstances as the character, I'm gonna have a super easy time connecting with the role. I'll bet you anything I'm gonna walk right into the room and they're gonna shout, "You're hired," before I even say a single line.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm glad you're so confident.
But there's only one problem.
Only one? I can think of about 50 off the top of my head.
Shut up, Nick. As I was saying, the problem is that even though you've been super helpful in preparing me for the role, actually having a creepy loser for a brother is going to absolutely ruin my image. Like, what if word gets out that the two of us are related? Is anyone going to want to hire an actress with someone as ugly as you for a brother?
Oh, now I'm ugly too, huh?
Don't get me wrong, this is not a new development or anything.
Whatever. So the long story short is you want me to move out of the house so you have an easier time landing that role? Is that it?
Exactamundo. I'm going to be a famous movie star, and you're only going to drag me down. So I want you out of my life, permanently. And one more thing, don't ever tell anyone that you're my brother. Got it?
Yeah, I read you loud and clear. If that's what you want, then sure, I'm down. Thing is, I've been going into the city so much for work these days that the commute is starting to really weigh me down. I've been thinking about moving to an apartment downtown anyway.
For work, is that what you call it when you go to your nerd conventions? That's not work, that's just having a creepy hobby.
I don't know how many other ways I can say this, but I am working.
Oh yeah? Then what job do you have? Let's hear it, Nick. Tell me all about your supposed job.
Nah, I think I'll pass.
I knew it. You don't actually have a job.
No, I do. It's just that if I told you what my job is right now, well, it would only become a headache for me. I'll tell you later when the timing's better.
I get it, Nick. You're trying to buy time to find a job that wouldn't be too embarrassing to tell me about. For the record, a part-time job at the supermarket or something is not a real job. Oh, well, if you're really moving out of the house, then you'll have to find some kind of job eventually. Otherwise, you'll just starve to death. Which is an outcome I'd be totally fine with, by the way. Oh, and by the way, if you ever do start successfully standing on your own 2 feet, let me know. I can use that story to boost my image. Think about it. I delivered the tough love that my loser big brother needed in order to finally make something good himself. That's gonna sound great in my TV interviews.
Say whatever you'd like about me. It doesn't bother me in the slightest.
I don't need your permission, Nick. My audition is in a month, so make sure you completely erase your presence from my life before then. Got it?
Will do, Maya. And as your brother, I think I should warn you before I leave. You're about to find out that the entertainment industry is a lot harder to break into than you think it is.
I don't want to hear that from you. You've never broken into any industry. Get out of the house as soon as possible. And remember, if anyone asks, you are not my brother. You've never seen me before in your life. Nick, what's going on? What are you doing here at the venue for the audition? When they brought you out as one of the film's staff during the opening information session, I just about fell out of my seat. Tell me why you're here right now.
Weren't you paying attention at all? They told you why I was here. I'm the lead writer for the first fantasy movie.
What? No way, I can't believe it. You mean you actually did have a job all this time?
Why is that the part that surprised you the most?
But I mean, you're always just sitting in your room. How did you become a writer like that?
Don't you know what year it is? All you need to become a writer is a computer and an internet connection. As for how I got involved with the movie, the first fantasy game series is made by a company that was founded by a friend of mine from high school. I've been working with them since the first game in the series. I wrote the stories for all the games.
Oh my god, this is the best thing ever!
What's got you so happy all of a sudden?
Duh, imagine the social media buzz this is gonna generate. The lead character for the movie being played by the writer's little sister. People eat that sort of thing up. The production team would have to be insane to not pick me. I'm getting that role for sure.
Don't be so sure. Other production companies might do a lot of nepotism, but the one we're going with most assuredly doesn't.
Sure. Whatever you have to say to please your lawyers. Don't worry, I'll be sure to give a convincing audition. If I didn't, then the people I'm competing with might get suspicious. Okay, see you later, Nick. Nick, what happened? Why didn't I pass the first round of auditions? I didn't even get a call back. That can't be right. I made sure to tell them that I was the writer's little sister before I started. How could they proceed to the next round of auditions without me?
What were you expecting? Most people give self-introductions about their acting history, their singing or dancing ability, stuff like that. But you just said, "Hi, I'm the writer's little sister," and left it at that. What were you thinking?
But, that's the most important thing to tell them, isn't it?
I tried to tell you that you weren't going to get away with that. You should have kept your audition about you and your own skills. And another thing, I thought you didn't want me telling anyone that I'm your brother anymore.
Well, yeah, I did say that, but that was before I learned that you were the movie's writer.
Don't you get it? It wouldn't have mattered if you were my sister or not. You would have failed your audition either way.
Really? But why?
Because you walked into the audition having the complete wrong idea about the main character and the game's story. You were doomed from the start.
What? I got it wrong?
Yeah, completely wrong.
That's impossible. How was I wrong?
You told me before that you thought the main character was always dealing with crap from her creepy loser older brother, right?
Yeah, I did,
And that's not how the story goes at all. The main character's older brother is a bit of an oddball, and the people around them tend to get the wrong idea about him, but he's always super nice to his little sister, and the two of them have a great relationship. Not just that, when the main character gets teleported off to the magical world, her brother gets sucked inside the portal with her.
He did? I don't remember that.
The reason the game sold so well was because of the relationship between the brother and sister. Fans love the way they team up to help each other survive in this mysterious new world. And furthermore, the older brother character is nearly as prominent a role in the film as the younger sister main character.
That's insane. No one ever told me about that.
You should have done more research. Every single person who auditioned today knew about that, except for you. You just made quite possibly the single biggest audition blunder in the history of the film industry.
You don't have to be so blunt about it.
No, I definitely do. It was humiliating just to watch the way you were floundering around in that audition today. For the love of God, Maya, when the interviewer asked what your feelings were about the main character's older brother, what did you say? You looked her dead in the eyes, and without a moment's hesitation, you said she'd be better off if he had never been born. All he does is hold her back. I was surprised they even let the audition continue after that.
Can't they forgive me for making one little mistake?
No! And that was not one little mistake. It was a critical mistake. You wasted my time and everyone else's time at that audition today. Do you have any idea how much time, money, and energy is going into making this film? We don't have the resources to waste on interviewing some stupid little girl who thought that connections and a pretty face were all she needed to play the role.
Okay, well, if I can't play the main character, you can assign me to some other role then.
What?
Oh, I know. You can make me the princess.
The princess?
Well, yeah, the movie's about an adventure in a magical world, isn't it? There's gotta be a princess character in there somewhere. I'd be perfect for that role.
Maya, the main character of the first fantasy movie is the princess.
She is?
Yes, this video game is a series, right? Well, the game this movie is being based on is the sequel to a game where a man gets teleported into that same magical world, meets a princess, and falls in love. Then at the end, they both get teleported back into the real world together. They got married, and their kids are the sibling protagonists for this movie.
Seriously?
Yes, and all of this information can be found in the first hour of the freaking game if you ever played it. Seriously, Maya, why did you even bother coming to the audition today? You're not even qualified to be the girl who brings the actual actors their coffee.
But Nick, you don't understand. The thing is, This audition was kind of my last chance. I failed 4 auditions in a row this year. If I don't get some kind of part before the end of the month, then my talent agency is going to terminate my contract with them.
Wow, sounds like you're in a pretty tough position.
So you understand?
Yeah, I understand. I understand that if you were really in such dire straits, you should have put way more effort into this audition. I can see why your talent agency is about to cut you loose. I wouldn't want to have to deal with such a talentless, lazy hack as you either.
Nick, please.
I gotta go now. We're starting the deliberations on who to call back now. Your presence is no longer required here, so clear out as soon as possible.
Nick, wait, don't go.
Goodbye, Maya. Ever since we were kids, my parents had a pretty hands-off parenting style. They let both of us do pretty much whatever we wanted and only spoke up when we were about to do something particularly dangerous or illegal. My grandpa has told me in the past that based on me and my sister, that parenting strategy has a 50% failure rate. There's a 50% chance of the kid turning into a strong, smart, successful, upstanding person like me, and a 50% chance the kid turns into, well, my sister. It seems that my sister had been going around telling all her friends that she was going to be the star in the new First Fantasy movie. She was also telling all the other girls at her talent agency the same thing, with a healthy dose of gloating, too. So, since the word got out that not only wasn't she getting the role, but the talent agency was terminating her contract, well, let's just say the other girls had some choice words for their soon-to-be former colleague. Maya's confidence has been absolutely crushed, so now she spends most of her time locked up in her room. Recently, it's gotten so bad that my parents are thinking about giving her an ultimatum: get a job or find a new place to live. I guess my dad told her, you can live your life however you want to, just not in my house.
Okay, La. It's me, your favorite little sister-in-law in the whole wide world. Hey, are you busy right now? Who am I kidding? You're never busy. So yeah, I'm bored, so why don't you take me somewhere fun? Let's have some girl time. We could go to the mall, have our nails done, go to the spa. Kayla, are you there? Kayla! Hi, Mary. We've had this conversation at least 10 times now, but I am actually busy. I work from home. Not just that, I'm in the middle of a huge project with a deadline coming up next week, so I really don't have time to go anywhere with you. I honestly don't even have time to be talking to you, so could you please only text me for emergencies? Oh, sure. A huge project, huh? What's the project? Washing the dishes, vacuuming the carpets, cleaning the toilets? You're a housewife. What kind of deadline could you possibly have? Mary, please don't make me explain this again. I work from home, as in I'm doing a job right now for money. Yeah, trust me, I know all about what it is you're doing for money. You know, when you're at home during the day and my big brother is at work. Yeah, when Sean is at work, I'm at work too, at home, like I've been telling you. I'll bet you're working really hard too. You've probably got your work cut out for you cleaning up all the evidence so Sean doesn't find out. I don't know what you're talking about. Sean knows about my job. I have nothing to hide. Sure, Kayla, sure. Who are you kidding? There's no way Sean knows. A straight-laced guy like him would never let you get away with it. Get away with what? You're not making any sense. I mean, if it weren't for this job, I probably never would have met Sean in the first place. Okay, that is a lie. Sean isn't the kind of guy to do that sort of thing. Mary, you're talking complete nonsense, and I don't have the time to waste on trying to decipher it all. And if you've got this much time to waste pestering me by text, why don't you go out and get your own job? Huh? You quit your part-time job last week, didn't you? You're not a child anymore, Mary. You've graduated college and everything. If you're not going to move out of the house, then you should at least be earning enough money to help your parents pay for the living expenses. And it's going to be hard to do that without any income. I don't need to sit here and get lectured by you. Seriously, you are the last person in the world I would take career advice from. Why did Sean have to marry a woman like you anyway? Okay, this conversation is going nowhere, so I'm just going to put my phone on silent for now. Don't you dare! I already told you that I've got a big deadline coming up. I can't get started on my next project until I finish the work on this current one, so I need to get back to work. I'm not going to respond to any more texts, so if you've got some kind of emergency going on, you can tell Sean about it. Hold on, I told you I wanted you to take me somewhere fun. I am super bored. And I told you that I can't. Talk to you later, Mary. What am I supposed to do then? I'm dying of boredom over here. Kayla, is it true that the house down on 3rd Street actually belongs to you? My mom just said that, but I couldn't believe it. I mean, you already have a house, right? The one that my brother bought for you guys. It's only been a few years since you moved there, so you can't have paid back the mortgage yet. So what's the deal? Why would you get a whole new house like that when you already have one? That's the house I use as my workspace, and it's not new. I bought it used and had it renovated to make it easier for me to work in. You work there? Up until recently, I've been using the room in our house that's going to be our nursery once we have a baby, but I've been getting a lot more requests lately, so just that one room isn't going to cut it anymore. And since my income was enough to pay for it, I talked it over with Sean and I decided to buy that house. Are you kidding me? You don't need a whole house to do your line of work. Just one room is enough. When you say my line of work, what do you mean? Honestly, wouldn't the smaller space make things a lot more up close and personal? I am really not sure what it is you think my job is. But I need a place to store my materials and a place where I can meet with clients too. We simply don't have enough space for that in the house we live in. And again, I have talked all of this over with Sean and he's totally fine with it. More than that, he's fully supportive. Man, what is wrong with my idiot brother? He's way too trusting for his own good. He actually trusted whatever lies you fed to him about yourself to get him to let you buy a house so you could do that even more often. Could you please explain to me what you mean by that? I mean, you do know what it is I do for a living, don't you? Of course I know. When I see how many and what type of people are going in and out of your house during the day, it's not hard to guess. Meaning what exactly? Meaning I want that house. Give it to me. Excuse me? Why are you asking me to give you my workspace? I think you know exactly why. And if you don't, then geez, you're thick. So I guess I'll make it crystal clear to you. If you don't want me to tell Sean about what you do for work, then you need to hand over that house to me. Got it now? You can tell Sean what I do if you really want to, but it would only be a waste of time for the both of you. He already knows. No way, Kayla. You are never gonna convince me that you've told him the truth about yourself. He's even come by to see my workshop multiple times. Look, maybe you might not be a fan of my line of work, and that's your right, but really, I'm not doing anything that I would need to hide from anyone, especially not my own husband. I don't know if you're in denial about this or if you're just super dumb, but if you don't want my big brother to divorce you, then you know what you need to do. And you can forget about getting any of his assets in the divorce. Are you paying attention to me, Mary? Oh, my brother texted me. I'll talk to you later, Kayla. Mary, wait. Okay, that's the last box. I am officially all moved into my new house. And by my new house, I of course mean your old house. You know, the one on 3rd Street. Say what now? I'm gonna love living here. The neighborhood is nice. It's close to the city. It's perfect. Mary, what do you think you're doing? I think I'm doing you a big favor. This is a win-win situation. You win because I'm not going to tell Sean about what you really do. And I win because I get to have this nice house all to myself. Mary, open the front door right this instant. Huh? Are you really at my house right now, Kayla? This is my house. I have all the stuff I use for work in there. Oh yeah, speaking about your work, I think I might just try my hand at it myself, right here in this lovely house. What do do you mean? Well, if you can do it and be successful enough to buy your own house, then a younger, prettier girl like me should be able to be twice as successful. I mean, having guys lining up to fawn all over me, this is going to be the best. I guess I never knew you were interested in becoming an artist, Mary. Like, I don't think I've ever seen you draw a single picture. Huh? Artist? A picture? Sean told me that back when you were in school, you were totally uninterested in art. Like, no matter what your assignment was, you always just draw stick figures. Oh, yeah. I'm a terrible artist. Like, have you ever met anyone who's failed art class before? Because I sure did. And you're going to try to do my job with absolutely no interest or talent in the field? Look, I hate to try and tear you down if you're genuinely trying to find a new career for yourself, but I'm just being realistic here. You're not going to do very well in the industry. What's going on with you? Why are you randomly talking about drawing pictures and stuff right now? You don't need to be an artist to do your job. Okay, that settles it. I've been thinking this for a long time now, but you don't actually know anything about my job, do you? I'm pretty sure I told you about it back when Sean first took me to your parents' house to meet the family, though. I don't remember what lame fake job you said you do, but that's not important. I totally know what you're really doing. Okay, then go ahead and say it. Ew, do you really want me to? I'd rather not talk about it. I've had more than enough of your beating around the bush, Mary. Come right out and say it. What do you think I do for a living? I mean, okay, if that's what you really want. Your job involves you, a guy or two, a bed, a camera, and very little clothing. What? Are you that surprised that I know? I've been telling you for months now that I'm on to you. I don't know what you're saying to Sean, but you've got him totally under your spell. However, if I feel so inclined, I could blow the lid on your whole operation. Sean would divorce you and honestly probably sue you too. But I'm living in the real world, though, so as much as it might pain me to know that my brother's wife is betraying his trust, I can be convinced to keep silent. But my silence has a price, and that price is this house. So if you want to keep your fairy tale life, then you're going to clear out of my house this instant. The crew for my first gig is going to be here soon. I'm so excited. It's going to be great. You don't even have anything to complain about, really. You can still film your videos in your own house like you used to. Oh, for the love of God, Mary. Just make sure you wash that room really well before you and Sean have any kids, okay? Oh, come to think of it, if you do have kids, it's probably not going to be Sean's, huh? I'm a comic book artist. Huh? Oh, I get it. You tried to become a comic book artist, but no one buys any of your books. So you make your money in other ways and tell Sean you earned it by selling comics. That's not a bad cover story. Why are you so desperate to think that I do that thing you think I do? How are you still acting like I don't know what's really going on with you? Sean's advised me to keep this on the down low, so I haven't told you or much of anyone else about this. But I'm going to be making my first public media appearance next month anyways, so I suppose I might as well tell you everything now. Oh, are your videos usually behind a paywall? I'm ignoring you. Have you ever heard of the comic book series The Revengers? Yeah, I am. It's pretty famous. Plus, my ex-boyfriend was super into that series. He had like every single issue. Ex-boyfriend? 3 days ago, you were still dating. Yeah, I broke up with him yesterday. He said he wasn't cool with my new career. What a selfish jerk, right? Right. But yeah, I'm the one who created that series. What? I write all the stories, draw all the comics, everything. That's all me. Wait a second. Then who were all those guys coming to your house during the day? There were always a bunch of them, and they had lighting equipment and cameras and stuff, too. You're likely talking about my assistants and the media crews that have been interviewing me. Assistants? What do you need assistants for? Do you know how much work goes into making a comic book? It's not something you can do by yourself. I have assistants who handle negotiations with clients, media inquiries, keeping my supplies topped off, and so on and so forth. I'm not just an artist, I'm a businesswoman. That's crazy. And yeah, they're working on a documentary about me and my work, and that's why all those guys had cameras. It's coming out next month. And you really thought I was doing that with all those guys? You have a really dirty mind, Mary. And another thing, I have a lot of female assistants too. There has never been any point in my career that I've been completely alone with any man other than my husband. Is that clear? Speaking of my husband, do you know how I met all of my assistants? They were all referred to me by the publishing company that Sean works for. Wait, so you're saying that Sean knows about everything? That's what I've been trying to tell you for a very long time, Mary. So yeah, it's taken a long time for us to get to this point, but that's where we are. I'm very busy and needed more space to work in. The house that you're in right now is my new permanent working station. And Mary, there's something else you should know. What is it? There are some people here looking for you. Let's see, we have a couple buff-looking guys in sweatpants and hoodies, a smaller guy with some camera equipment. Oh, those guys are here already? Yep, and your dad's here too, by the way. Oh no, my dad's here. And by the way, I couldn't help but notice that the living room window is broken. I assume that's how you got into my house. And your dad just went in through the same broken window, so he'll probably be with you soon. This is bad. For you, yeah. I'll bet the two of you are going to have quite the awkward car ride home. It seems that as soon as Mary got the crazy idea in her head that I was doing that to make money, she started applying to a number of production companies. She figured that if I could make a living doing that, then she could make twice as much. Her parents had been bugging her ever since she graduated college to go out and get a real job, but she was only interested in doing work that was fun and easy. I think if she ever talked to an actual veteran of that industry, she'd have soon learned that it is neither fun nor easy work, if you can even call it work. Shocked by the realization that their daughter was, for lack of a better term, an absolute moron, my in-laws decided that they needed to take drastic measures. They sent her away to live with her aunt, who was a retired guard for a federal women's prison. The prisoners she was assigned to always became the most peaceful and well-behaved women in the entire prison. So I don't think she'll have a problem scaring Mary straight. The camera crew that came by that fateful day said that Mary's dad told them she wasn't interested in the job anymore. They then asked me if I'd be interested in taking her place. I told them they had 5 seconds to get off my property before I called the police. Grace, what are you doing? Why are you in my house? Why did you lock the door? I can't get inside. Open up.
Oh, well, hello there, Grace. Welcome home, dear. Did you go out shopping or something?
Yes, I did, but don't change the subject. You locked the door chain. I can't open the door. Come to the front door right now and unlock it. And another thing, how did you even get in my house in the first place? I know for a fact that I locked it when I left.
That's quite simple, dear. I just used the spare key my husband had. Now, let me ask you a question. How in the world did you know that I was inside? Have you been spying on me?
No, I actually have security cameras installed inside our house. They're linked to an app on my phone so I can see what's going on inside the house at all times. I watched you casually perusing the contents of my refrigerator, helping yourself to my food, and now you've got your feet up on our couch as if you own the place.
Oh, I see. So I was exactly right then. You have been spying on me.
It's not spying if it's my house.
Why do you have those silly cameras anyway?
Well, you never know when some random person is going to invade your home these days.
Oh, please, you don't need to worry about that. This is a quiet neighborhood. And another thing, what's with all these cat toys I see lying around?
I don't know, Nancy. I guess I just have a thing for collecting cat toys.
Really? Oh, that's so odd. Have you considered seeking mental help for that?
I was being sarcastic. We have cats. If you don't see them anywhere, it's probably just because he's hiding in fear since, a random stranger just invaded his house.
You have cats? Oh, as in more than one? Oh, yuck, I hate cats. They're such vile little things, always acting like the house is their own personal castle. Well, you'll either have to give that cat away, set it free, or put it down.
And why should I do that, Nancy?
Isn't it obvious? It's because I'm going to live with you from now on.
You what? What do you mean?
I'm sorry, is English not your strong point, Grace? I, your mother-in-law, have deigned to grace you and my son with my presence in your house on a permanent basis.
You're moving in with us? This is the first I'm hearing of this.
It wouldn't matter if it were the first time or the 5,000th time. I'm your mother-in-law, and I say I want to live with my son. You are his wife, and that means it's your place to simply say, yes, ma'am, and do whatever I ask you in order to facilitate that.
This is my house. I grew up in this house. You don't get to just barge in one day and announce that you're living here now.
Oh my goodness, you are slow. Once again, your opinion doesn't matter. If I wanted your opinion, I would have asked you for it. And furthermore, it especially doesn't matter that you were born in this house. Your parents are dead. They've been dead for years. And since they're long gone, you should be treating me as your mother and obeying me accordingly.
Seriously, Nancy, what's gotten into you today? Up until now, you've been showering your older son, Tim, with all your affection. Meanwhile, you've been treating Ken like he's a red-headed stepchild despite being your child.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I've never shown any favoritism toward either of my sons based on the order of their birth. What do you think I am, some sort of monster? No, I raised both of my sons with the exact same love and care.
That might be what you think, but I can assure you that Ken doesn't feel that you treated him equally to Tim.
You're delusional, dear. Please make an appointment with your psychologist as soon as possible. Ken is my son, and he loves me dearly. He'll be positively thrilled to hear that his beloved mother is coming to live with him.
We can talk more about this later. For now, just get off my couch, come to the front door, and undo this stupid door chain. I've got a lot of groceries here with me, and some of them need to go in the freezer.
Well, that's interesting, Grace. You say you were shopping, were you?
Yeah, I already told you that. Open the door.
I suppose that means you've quit your job, then.
Huh? What are you... Oh, whatever. I don't have time for this. Open the door!
You disgusting parasite. You're leeching off the fruits of your husband's hard work, and yet you think you have the right to bark orders at his mother?
Excuse me? I'm having trouble deciding which part of that text offends me the most.
Your presence in this house is what offends me the most. My son has no use for a freeloading slacker like you. You are to vacate my son's house immediately. I'm not spending one single second of my valuable time living together with a woman of your low caliber. You don't deserve me.
Wow, I think we're in agreement there, Nancy. I don't deserve this.
Well, then it's settled. I'm moving in and you're moving out. Starting today, Ken and I will be living in this house together. Let me know once you find a new place to live. I'll have divorce papers sent over immediately. Goodbye, you awful pest.
Ken, I'm really sorry to bother you at work, but this is an emergency. Code red. We need to talk now.
Sorry, Grace, I'm on a bus right now, can't talk. Is it okay if we talk by text for now? What happened? What's the emergency?
Your mom has taken over our house.
Huh? My mom took over our house? What are you talking about?
I just stepped out of the house to do some shopping, and while I was gone, your mom broke in. Well, I guess she didn't exactly break in since she used your dad's key. But that's another problem entirely. How did she find out your dad had a key to our house? In any case, though, that's the situation. She's sitting on the couch in our living room right now.
What the? That's incredibly bizarre. And what about you? What are you doing right now? Did you go inside and try to talk to her?
No, that's just the thing. She set up the door chain and won't open the door. I can't get inside.
Are you kidding? You mean she's locked you out on a blazing hot day like this?
Well, for the time being, I took shelter in the cafe down the road. I told the manager about the situation, and she was kind enough to let me put the groceries in their fridge. So the heat's not a concern to me. I'm more concerned about our cats. They're locked in there with her.
Oh, man, you're right. My mom hates cats. That's a recipe for disaster. Uh-oh, hold on one second. I just saw a notification that my dad tried to call me a while ago. I'm off the bus now, so I'm going to talk to him real quick. It might be about my mom. I'll let you know if I learn anything.
Okay, go ahead and call him. I'll wait.
All right. Well, I just got off the phone with my dad, and oh boy, everything makes a lot more sense now. Man, This is messy already, and it's only gonna get messier.
That doesn't sound good. What did your dad say?
Well, there's only one way to say this, and that's to be as blunt as possible. You might be a little surprised when you hear this. Are you sitting down?
I am now. What's going on?
Okay, first my dad said that he and my mom are getting divorced.
What? Divorced?
Apparently that was decided just this morning.
Oh my God. What happened?
This part might surprise you even more. Dad's the one who made the call to divorce, and the reason is the way my mom treated my brother's wife.
Oh no. You mean she was so awful to Erica that your father is divorcing her over it?
I know it sounds insane, but apparently that's how bad it was.
I can't believe she would do that. Erica is one of the sweetest, kindest women I've ever met, and your mother was abusive to her?
Trust me, if you think you're upset about that, it's nothing compared to how mad my brother and dad are.
How long was this going on?
From what my dad says, a pretty long time. It started when Erica was having trouble getting pregnant back when they first got married. Then when Erica finally did get pregnant, Mom demanded that her first child be a boy.
As if she can control that.
Right? But then later on, when Erica went back to work, my mom took her ATM card and withdrew her paycheck as soon as it was deposited. That was when my brother caught on. Erica told him what Mom had been doing to her, and then he told my dad. Dad confronted her, and she didn't show even a smidgen of remorse for anything she did. She outright refused to admit she had done everything wrong. He gave her one last chance to clean up her act this morning, and she balked, so he said he's divorcing her.
That's crazy. But wait, does that mean she forced her way into our house because your dad kicked her out of the house?
Yeah, that's what it seems like. It's kind of ironic, but what my dad wanted to tell me when he called me earlier was that my mom stole the spare key to our house that he had. He was sure she was on her way over and to watch out for her.
Wow, perfect timing. Now that I think about it, didn't you say that she wasn't on speaking terms with her own parents? I guess she was totally out of options, and so she decided she'd impose herself on us from now on.
I am so sorry I didn't take my dad's call earlier. If I had, then none of this would have happened.
No, you've got nothing to feel bad about, Ken. You had a big sales meeting with a client today, right? It's not like you could have answered your phone in the middle of that. But man, what are we going to do about this? We still haven't told your mom that I'm pregnant. But if she sees the size of my belly right now, then she's going to know for sure. And based on what you said about her bullying poor Erica, I'm concerned about what she'll do to me.
Yeah. Oh, I've got it. Why don't you just go on over to our new house? It's a little ahead of schedule, but the contractor said that all the work is finished and we can move in any time, right? We've already got furniture and appliances set up there, so there shouldn't be too much of a problem moving right in.
Huh. Yeah, I think you're right. I might need to buy a few changes of clothes, but that's not a big deal. Okay, let's do that.
Awesome. Then when you're getting settled in over there, I'm gonna go and take care of my mom personally.
What are you gonna do?
We'll talk about the details later. You said you're gonna need to buy some stuff before you head over to the new house, right? I'm gonna go and talk to my boss about the situation and ask him if I can take the afternoon off. He's a good guy. I'm sure he'll understand. Then I'll come pick you up, we'll stop at the store, and I'll take you over to the new house.
Would you do that for me? Oh, thanks, Ken. I feel sorry for calling you away from work like this.
Don't be. You're my number one priority.
I'll be waiting in the cafe. Send me a text when you get here.
Will do. I'll be there in probably about 20 or 30 minutes.
Gotcha. Thanks again, Ken.
Well, Grace. Ken just got home, and as I expected, he was thrilled to see me. I told you he'd choose his mother over you, didn't I? You've been an awful nuisance up until now, but I am relieved to hear that you seem to be giving up without a fight. But wait, there's more. Ken felt so bad for the way my husband, ex-husband turned his back on me. So to help me feel better, he's sending me on an all-expenses-paid trip to a lovely spa resort. I'm leaving the day after tomorrow, and I cannot wait to go.
How nice for you.
Oh, don't reply to me. I don't need any replies from you. There's absolutely nothing that I want to hear from you, so just keep any comments to yourself. Is that clear?
Crystal clear.
Good. Now goodbye. Grace, what's the meaning of this? What's going on? Answer me!
Oh, you want me to answer you? Well, last time we talked, you told me not to reply.
Well, that was then, and this is now. I just got back from the vacation Ken sent me on, but when I went inside the house, everything was gone except for my things. Ken said he'd be here waiting for me when I got back, but even he was gone. All he left was a note on the living room floor saying that you were moving to a new house. So explain yourself, Grace.
There's not really all that much to explain. All we did was do everything that we were planning on doing from the start.
What's that supposed to mean?
Our landlord said that for a number of reasons he wouldn't be able to lease the house to us anymore, so we had to move.
What? Your landlord?
We'd been saving up for a while to make a down payment on a new house for ourselves, and that house just got finished a few weeks ago. And my company offered to pay my moving fees since the new house is closer to the office, so we moved in.
But hold on. You mean to tell me you were leasing this house? And I thought you quit your job.
It was a rental, and I was just on maternity leave.
What? What? But you said you grew up in this house.
And I did. My parents moved around a lot, so they never bought their own house. But when my mom got pregnant with me, they decided it was time to settle down. It was also a bit late in their lives to tie themselves down to a mortgage, so they started renting this house. We just took over the lease from them when they passed away.
And you're on maternity leave? Does that mean you're pregnant?
It would be pretty silly of me to be on maternity leave if I wasn't.
My goodness. In that case, it's definitely for the best if I move in with you.
Why?
I'm a veteran mother. I raised 2 boys myself, so I'll be handy to have around.
Hard pass.
What? What are you saying?
I'm saying I don't want to live with a woman who treats her son's wives so badly that her husband divorced her.
Why do you know about that?
You had to know. We would have found out eventually. This is goodbye, Nancy.
No, don't say that.
Neither me nor Ken want anything to do with you anymore. Oh, and that house is getting demolished come next month, so you'd better clear out before then.
Demolished? Then where am I supposed to live? Grace? Answer me!
Shortly after that, both my husband and I blocked Grace's phone number. But just to be safe, we got new phones and new numbers, too. It took a few days, but the landlord was finally able to convince Grace to clear out of the house by threatening to call the police. She had to go crawling back to her parents and beg them to let her stay with them. They agreed to let her stay on the condition that she get a job and paid rent. However, she got turned down for every single interview, so they eventually kicked her right back out onto the street.
Got a minute, Lisa? There's something I need to tell you.
Hey, Morgan. Sorry, but I'm in the middle of work right now. Is this something that can wait until later? If it is, then I'll just text you back as soon as I'm free.
Well, it has to do with your husband, Sam.
It does?
Yeah, and it's pretty important, too. I really think you should put down your work for a second and listen to me.
Wow, okay. If you say it that way, it sounds kind of serious. What's going on with Sam?
About your husband. I thought about this a lot over the last few weeks, and I've decided that I'm gonna marry him.
Huh? I just checked the calendar. It's definitely not April 1st, so why are you making a joke about my husband like that? To think I actually put my work on pause for you. Sorry, I don't have time for your bizarre jokes, Morgan. I'm going back to work.
It's not a joke, Lisa. I know this may be hard for you to accept since we're sisters and all, but it's the truth. Sam is going to be your ex-husband very soon. I just thought you'd like to know.
All right, you've got me. I'll put my work on hold after all. I'm not going to get anywhere with you, so I'm just going to have to go and check for myself.
And how are you going to do that?
He's working remotely this week, so I know he's at home. I'll just swing back home real quick, see what's really going on, and head right back to the office.
Ooh, you probably shouldn't do that. It's not a good time for you.
And what's that supposed to mean?
I just mean that if you saw me and Sam having a good time together, you would not be having a good time.
Morgan,
What are you doing with my husband?
I'll give you a hint. What do you get when you combine me, Sam, and your bed?
No.
Yes, Lisa, that's right. I am with your man in your bed right at this very moment. I've never felt more like a woman in my life. The naughtiness of being with my sister's husband on their marital bed just makes it so much better.
I just got a text from Sam. I guess this means you're telling the truth?
I told you, didn't I? You want to know what Sam told me? He said that I'm way better than you ever were. Isn't that adorable? Looks like he's into older women. So anyway, like I said, Sam's mine now. You should cancel your plans to go back home and check up on him. Actually, you should just never come back home again.
This is unbelievable. You're a married woman too, you know.
Oh, you don't need to worry about that. I told my husband about me and Sam yesterday. So, yeah, we're already divorced.
And your kids, what are you going to do about them, huh?
They're all taken care of. I'm letting my ex-husband have them. Sam said he'd pay all the child support for me once we were together.
Sam said that, huh?
Seriously, it's so great to be with a rich guy. He's going to pay the whole amount I'd owe until they turned 18 in one lump sum.
I see. Well, I guess there's nothing more for me to say then. He's all yours.
Well, you're giving up way easier than I expected. Oh, well, that just makes my life easier. I'll have Sam send the divorce papers to our parents' house. Be a good little girl and sign them as soon as possible, will you? Hi there, Lisa. How the first 6 months of being divorced treated you?
Morgan, what do you want? Really, you've got some gall to text me so casually like this after what you did.
Yeah, go ahead and get it all out. I can understand why you'd be angry at me, but the truth is, I've got some very important news to tell you.
It's that you and Sam got married, right?
Oh, you mean you already know? Who spoiled the surprise?
No one. I just figured that that's the only thing you would want to message me about at this point.
Well, aren't you just the cleverest little thing ever? Man, this sucks. I thought I could have a bit of fun taunting you with getting married to your ex-husband, but you just went and ruined it. I'm bored now.
If you think you're bored, imagine how I feel. I'd have more fun watching paint dry than reading texts from you.
You know, that little sourpuss personality of yours really ticks me off. Maybe if you weren't so unpleasant to be around, Sam wouldn't have cheated on you. You ever think about that?
You texted me that you were having an affair with my husband while you were in the act with him in my bed. I don't want to hear anything about being unpleasant from you. You're the kind of woman who would make Bloody Mary uncomfortable.
Wow, looks like I struck a nerve. It's okay, I can take it. Any sort of insult you sling at me is just you being bitter and jealous. The angrier you are at me, the more satisfying it is to be with Sam.
I'm not so much angry at you as I am disgusted by you. You know the way you dread looking at the bottom of your shoe after you step on a dog turd? That's how I felt when I got a text from you just now.
My goodness, Lisa, you're being really creative today. But I've got one more piece of good news to tell you, and I don't think you're going to be able to keep up your strong and stoic act after this.
Try me.
We're going on a 2-week-long tour of Europe for our honeymoon.
You're going to Europe?
That's right. We're going to spend 2 weeks touring ancient castles, churches, museums, natural beauties, and much, much more. Do you want to know how much Sam is spending on this honeymoon? Go on, guess.
I don't care enough to guess. Just tell me.
Man, you're such a spoil sport. It comes to a total of $30,000.
Wow. And where exactly is that money coming from?
Where do you think it's coming from? The sky? Sam's going to pay for all of it by himself.
He is? Really?
Aha! There it is. I knew it would come out eventually. You're super jealous now, aren't you?
No, I'm not actually jealous or anything. I'm actually just plain surprised.
Say, Lisa, tell me, what was your wedding with Sam like, Oh yeah, that's right. It was super small and family only. You didn't even have an open bar. And what about your honeymoon? Where did you go for yours? Oh wait, that's right. You never went on a honeymoon, did you? I think that should make it perfectly clear which of us he likes more.
Look, Morgan, what you guys do together is no longer any of my problem, but let me just say, you should probably be a bit more careful with how you spend your money.
Excuse me? Be careful with our money? Why bother? Sam's got money in the bank, Lisa. He is rolling in it. We could go on a vacation like this every year for the rest of our lives and still have money left over.
Aren't you forgetting something, Morgan? Sam doesn't just have to pay your husband child support for your kids. He has to pay me for ours. And he gave me a lump sum payment just like he did for your husband, so I'd say he shelled out well over $100,000 when we got divorced. And now just 6 months later, he's going to shell out another $30,000 for a European vacation?
Based on what I know about his savings, he's got to be running on fumes right now, financially speaking. It's certainly no time for him to be dropping that much money on a stupid trip.
Stupid trip? You're so jealous. I can sense it oozing out from every one of your texts. But for real now, you're gonna have to do better than that to scare me, Lisa.
I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just trying to warn you.
Okay, listen up, little girl. I know just as well as you do that Sam is super rich. So even if he did have to fork out $100,000 to his greedy ex-wife and my greedy ex-husband, that's barely even a drop in the bucket for him. He still has more than enough money to take his new and improved wife on the trip of a lifetime. So you can stop all the fear-mongering and gaslighting, okay? Just be honest with yourself and admit that you're jealous.
All right then, forget I said anything. I guess if you're happy with Sam, then more power to you. I'll keep my mouth shut from now on.
The way you're acting would be hilarious if it weren't so pathetic. You shouldn't bottle up your feelings like that, Lisa. It's not good for your emotional health.
I don't need you to look out for my emotional health. Thank you very much. All I did was give you a fair warning out of the kindness of my heart. Consider it my parting gift to you. The last thing I'll ever do for you is my sister. From this day forth, you're not my sister anymore. You are dead to me. No matter what terrible fate might befall you in the future, I am not going to lift one finger to help you.
And that's totally fine with me. If I can't have any fun gloating to you, then I'd just as soon never speak to you again. But let me give you one final piece of advice as your sister. Give it up, Lisa. Sam's mine, and we're happy together. He is never coming back to you. Oh my God, Lisa, Paris is incredible. We just toured the Notre Dame Cathedral. I have seen pictures of it before, but the real thing, it blows them all away.
Oh, I see you guys have gotten your honeymoon underway. Cool. Bye.
Not so fast, Lisa. Are you ready to admit you're jealous yet?
No, I've got no jealousy to admit to. If anything, I'm closer to pitying you because I know what's going to happen to you before too much longer.
Oh, come on. Are you really still going to be that way? We've been over this, Lisa. Sam is rich. His bank account balance has more zeros in it than the Notre Dame Cathedral has windows. How else do you think he was able to pay for a sweet honeymoon like this so easily?
No, I think Notre Dame Cathedral is a lot more than just 3 windows.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
I mean 3 zeros, as in $0 and 00 cents, which is how much he's making right now.
What? Are you saying he's not making any money?
Uh-oh. Don't tell me you didn't know. Sam is unemployed right now.
What? He's unemployed?
That's right. He's not working anymore. Even if he managed to get a job right after we got divorced making the same amount he was before, he still wouldn't have saved up enough to pay for a $30,000 honeymoon. At least, not very easily anyway.
Hold on, back up 1 second, Lisa. Are you seriously telling me that Sam is unemployed? As in, he has no job? He's making no money?
Wow. I guess you really didn't know anything.
Anything about what? Tell me now.
Sam's affair with you cost him his job.
What? But they can't do that. You can't fire someone for having an affair. That has nothing at all to do with work. We're going to sue his old company for wrongful termination.
Think, Morgan, you already have all the information you need to realize what happened.
I do?
Remember the day you revealed your affair to me? I told you that he was working from home that week. So while the two of you were doing all sorts of disgusting things in my bedroom, he was on the clock. Are you starting to get it?
So they fired him for being with me when he was supposed to be working? But that's impossible. How did they know?
It's pretty common knowledge these days, I thought. The sudden boom in remote work in recent years meant that companies had to figure out a way to track whether or not their employees were actually working. That means that every second he wasn't working, his company knew all about it. And once his company collected enough data to prove that he was blowing off his job at home, they fired him for cause. You might not know this, but if you're fired for cause, that means you don't get any unemployment benefits. So yeah, that's why I was curious earlier about how in the world he was going to pay for your $30,000 honeymoon.
Wait, but if that's true, then the reason he's at home all the time now isn't because he's working from home? It's because he isn't working at all?
Now you've got it.
Oh no.
And another thing, I don't even know where you got the idea that he was super rich to begin with. He was an average mid-level employee before he got fired.
Wait, really?
Yeah, he was working for a pretty big company, so I guess his income was somewhat higher than average.
But again, it's nowhere near enough to drop that kind of money in one go. But no, that can't be. He's not a mid-level employee. He's a high-level executive.
Huh?
Yeah, I saw his name on the company's homepage and everything.
Oh, I think I know what happened. You got him confused with someone else.
What do you mean?
One of the members of the board of directors has the same name as him, but that Sam is short for Samantha. She's a woman.
You're kidding me.
Why do you think a guy in his early 30s would be on the board of directors in the first place? That's an old guy's job.
I can't believe it. But if that's true, then I stole him from you for nothing. I changed my mind, Lisa. You can have him back.
I'll pass. You can keep him. Okay, well, unlike some people around here, I have work to get back to. Enjoy the rest of your honeymoon.
Lisa, wait.
Bye-bye. Sadly, they did not enjoy the rest of their honeymoon. Morgan was so furious about him deceiving her that she demanded they go back home immediately. She tried to sue him for marriage fraud, but the problem? He actually told her about getting fired by text. She just didn't read it. So they divorced, and she was left with nothing. Or so I thought, but Sam did leave her with something. A $30,000 loan to pay off. Apparently, he thought that if she wanted such a glamorous honeymoon, she should be the one to pay for it. But when he handed her the loan contract to sign, she apparently didn't read it and just signed her name on the dotted line. So now she's working multiple part-time jobs and desperately trying to pay it all off before she retires. I honestly feel like they're both equally at fault for what happened, and I am really glad that I'll never have to deal with either of them again.